Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is VIN856. This is a total loss vehicle. You guys always want me to tell you when it's salvage or total. This is a total loss vehicle, 2016, paint code 223, which is Caviar with LA30 red interior. It's on IAAI, Insurance Auto Auctions, with 67,000 miles, and most of that appears to have been in Minnesota since new, and now it's in Washington State. Don't know how it ended up there. But if you're looking for an easy one to fix and just put miles on, this definitely has great potential. So stay tuned and let's see what we can find. Production statistics, 448 out of the 2,347 cars for the US 49 were Caviar. Of those 448, 202 had LA30 red interior, which is 8.6% of all the US 49 production. So it's like a 3 or 4 out of 10, fairly common. For 2016 specifically, 284 out of the 1,417 cars were Caviar, and of those, 127 had LA30 red interior. So this car is one of 127 at its rarest. In the GSF world, pretty common. Carfax, Epic VIN, Auto Check. Carfax shows this as a 2-owner, 1 accident car. The second one, which is the current reason it's still a total loss, that is not reported yet, here as in early March 2026. September of 2017, it said damage to the left front. Epic VIN shows this as a 3-owner, 2 accident car, September of 2017, February of 2026. So it does reflect the accident. Auto Check shows this as a 5-owner, 1 accident car. The second one's still not yet on the report. But basically this was a Minnesota car until early 2025. And I think it's a 2-owner car with 2 accidents. That's what it's looking like. Carfax just doesn't have it yet. But yeah, that's where we're at. Previous sales. This car first went on sale in February of 2016, $87,000 in Minnesota, still for sale in March of 2016, still for sale in August of 2016, and it finally sold in May of 2017. So 1 year and 3 months for sale to its first owner. Pretty common to see, but this car being for sale in the north, you don't see a lot of these cars that were, main duty winter drivers, especially in Minnesota where you get some pretty severe snow. So that's probably why this one hung around for a while. So, and then the original owner had it until February of 2025. February 25, $51,000 with 57,000 miles for sale in Carrollton, Texas, which is the DFW area around here, at an independent dealer. And then a month later, in March of 2025, it was still for sale at the same dealer, and they raised the price from $51,000 to $55,000. You do see that on these cars. I think they list it and then immediately realize, oh, I need to bump the price up a little. That's what they did. And then it sold to somebody in Mississippi. And then for March of 2026, somehow it ended up in Washington State. And so a long way from Mississippi at IAAI, with an unknown title status, but it's probably at least a total loss vehicle. Not sure if it's going to end up with a salvage title or a clean title. Why is that important? Usually it comes down to being able to insure the car for full coverage. If it still has a clean title, you can still insure the car for its full value. If it's a salvage title car, a lot of insurance companies don't want to do full coverage on the car. So now onto the photos. The photos in early 2025 when this car was for sale, it looked like a very clean interior, like really clean. And the exterior too, it didn't have any carbon fiber delamination on the interior. Exterior looked great. If this was a winter driver, you would have me confused because it really looks phenomenal. Maybe it was just a nice day car and 67,000 miles, drove it during the summer months, something like that. But it really, overall, then it looked great. And so now I would assume not much has changed other than now it has some damage on it. The damage is to the left front. Previously, the previous damage was to the left front. So it's already been damaged and repaired to the left front. So now you get to do it a second time. It really looks like it's a pretty easy fix. It's damage to the headlight, the hood, the fender, the external oil cooler, which is on the left front. And if it got the grill, that's probably what totaled it, because the grill assembly is like $12,000. So if you add up, grill assembly, $12,000, headlight, $4,000, oil cooler assembly, $1,000, fender, hood, labor, paint, that could do it in pretty quick. But the good news is it runs, but it really does look great. It's no airbags deployed. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty easy fix. So if this is one where it's like value be damned, go in, fix it, go enjoy it. They're fantastic cars. This would be a great one to do that with, where you don't have to worry about what it's worth or feel guilty about putting miles on it or anything like that. So that brings me to the price. Fixed with a clear title, previous total loss, this car will probably be mid-30s retail. If it's a salvage title, then you fix it and get a rebuilt title, probably around 30 grand. And if it was a clean title, no accidents or anything like that, with 67,000 miles, this would be like low to mid 40s, maybe even higher if it needs nothing. And so that's kind of where the market is for these cars with this kind of mileage and that title status. Pretty much rebuilt title cars, 28 to 32. Total loss cars but clean title, you're gonna get low 30s for it. And so that's where I would expect to see it, but maybe as high as 35,000, as I said. What does that mean, what you need to get it for in order for it to financially make sense? Somewhere around $20,000. And I think because this is gonna be such an easy fix, I think it's gonna go much higher than that. You have to keep in mind too, when it's for sale, the auction fees at some of these salvage auctions are pretty high. So your $20,000 bid can easily become $23,000, $24,000 out the door. Then you have to fix everything, and then you're already well in excess of the value of the car. So it's not a parts car, but it's an easy fix, but it has to be had at the right price if you're trying to do this to fix it and make money on it. And I don't think that's gonna happen. If you're gonna fix it, value be damned, it's fixed right. If it's well serviced, which we'll jump into in a minute, then yeah, it's definitely has the potential to be a great car for somebody. Service history. So this car's fairly well dealer serviced on top of that. So the first entry of note, September of 2016, they note that it was used September 20th, 2016 for the Lexus New Car Fashion Week. I didn't know that was a thing, but they're fashionable cars, good looking cars. That's what it was used for, probably by the dealer. It wasn't owned by Lexus, so it's something that the dealer had and contributed the car for a day or two or a week. August of 2018, the JLB recall was done. September of 2018, the low pressure fuel pump was reprogrammed. That's the humming or buzzing in the back seat. October of 2020, winter tires installed. And there's several of these over the years where it's install winter tires, store summer tires, install summer tires, store winter tires. So this car is probably winter driven too. So looking at it, I would definitely see if you can go inspect it. If you're gonna be a serious bidder, make sure it's not too rusty underneath. That would be the big caveat on this one, is make sure it's not rusty. October of 2022, 37,000 miles, new front brakes. So that's still a while ago, 67,000 miles. So it might need brakes again, front brakes again. New winter tires at that time as well. More tire swapping over the years. May of 2024, new battery, rear tires, air filter at 51,000 miles. June of 2025, 57,000 miles, which is the last dealer service, 55,000 mile service. Then there's one at Jiffy Lube in November of 2025 at 64,000 miles. So what's not done? 60,000 mile service. Don't see where it's done. That's spark plugs, brake fluid, sort of the in-depth inspection on top of that. Transmission service, TVD service, carbon fiber trim, if it still needs it. The ZLZ, that's the dash replacement for sticky dash, deforming, delaminating, cracking. The in-service date on this car is April 26th of 2017. So if it is a salvage title, if it ends up being a salvage title, Lexus may not cover it. They exclude some of these customer service campaigns being covered if it has a salvage title. So if it has a clean title, it may still apply. But if it's a salvage title, you may not be able to get your dash replaced for free by Lexus. If it does remain a clean title, you have until April 26th of 2027 to get your dash replaced on this car. So good to see. So that brings me to would I buy it? I think if the price was right, $20,000 would probably be my max for this car, but I don't think I would fix it to resell it. I would fix it to drive it. And it would be another one of like what my blue car is just to put miles on and enjoy it. And that's where this car would fit in for me. Your mileage may vary, but that's where it would be for me. The big caveat, as I said, would be how winter driven was it? It's a Minnesota car for almost its entire life. Evidence in the service history of swapping summer and winter tires every single year, every season. So that would be something to look at, but it looks well serviced. It has a couple things that need to be done, like the 60,000 mile service, etc. get the fluids changed, and go enjoy it. So definitely one that should be on your radar. Go look at it. Go inspect it if you're up in the Seattle area, Washington State area. Go look at it and see if it's worth pursuing. VIN0856, hopefully we see this one rebuilt and back on the roads in the US and it doesn't go over to Europe. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.